spent 17 years in the corporate world, and in the back of my mind I always had the photography and the passion for photography in my mind, and always had a passion for people and working with people and their personalities and just observing them. So I started working with a photographer who taught me everything, and also taking many classes, reading every book I can get my hands on, and did that for a couple of years, and then finally took the plunge and quit my corporate job and started my own business. And it was very scary. The day I left and the day that I started my business, I have never looked back, and I don't regret a moment of it. I don't do my own printing. I outsource all of my printing to a professional lab. That's what I've always done. I've never found a printer that I felt could do what I needed it to do. We had a chance to play with the printer and print some of our own work, and that was very exciting for me because I was able to just be hands-on and calibrate and profile, and it was just so simple and easy, and I did that, and when the prints came out, it was very exciting, you know, to be able. It's just kind of like the old days in the dark room when, you know, you're in there and you're working, and then an image suddenly appears, and that's always very exciting. I've always enjoyed that. So it's kind of the same along line as that experience. The skin tones and the prints that I've seen are very rich, very on target, and they're beautiful. They're just rich and creamy and just beautiful. I thought they were really good images to print on the HP printer, because this one here is very challenging because it is very high contrast. As you can see here, the blacks are just so rich, so beautiful, and you can see detail in every curve and fold in his jacket. But you can see that the transition is very smooth. You don't lose any of the detail. You see detail in every part of the highlights on her skin and the beading on her dress. You can just sit here and you can count every single bead on her dress, which is what you want, and it just it's been captured on this printer. You know, they're displaying these beautiful portraits in their homes, and they're family heirlooms, and so they want to be able to pass them on to their children and you know, generations from there. So it's very important that they last. And that's another big plus for this printer, is the 200-year lifespan. That's also huge. There's no printer and no company that have ever done that. All the different media choices now is you can do a fine art, you know, black and white wedding album, and you can also do a high gloss and for your digital designs, and the beautiful canvas. Now it kind of gives me more options to try to be more creative and to try some new things and to see how I can implement them into my business. I finally found the printer that's going to do what I need it to do, and now I'll be able to do my own printing.